Well, like a lot of days in my life, I started out this day thinking I was going to do one thing, wound up trying to do something else, not forgetting that I didn't finish another project, which I did get finished today, and thought I'd get done in time for a ride, but there was no time for a ride because we had errands to do. A totally unpredictable day. And we had to get ready today because tonight is a big birthday, family birthday party. So we just abandoned the idea of getting a ride in, and some days you just can't tell where a day is going to go, and today was one of them. Now at the end of this video, we got done with today's unpredictable things that we did today, and we had enough time to look through our old video library and dig out some footage of the ride we took on the FZR when we had multiple camera mounts. It was a beautiful sunny day and great memories, just wonderful memories. A great way to add to the day. Now today is a really special day. It's my daughter Stacy's birthday. I won't say how old she is. She won't even tell me how old she is. Anyway, we have a family party planned. One of my goals today is to finish off that umbrella and get it back installed, even though I don't know how the weather's going to play out. The temperatures have dropped back down. I don't know what's going on with the weather. But Karen has a list of things we have to do to get ready for the party. So I don't know if this is going to be a motorcycle day. I hope I get a ride this afternoon. But in my family, it's never Groundhog Day. And to be candid and honest, I wouldn't want it any other way. I just don't want to have a life of every day like I pop out of the toaster with the same toast every day. I like every day to be different. Karen kind of likes it that way too, and she makes sure we don't have boring days. Every day is just totally different. Anyway, and that's my point is, I don't have a life that like a military operation where I ride at 8 o'clock and come home at 10 o'clock and then do this at night. I try to mix it up and every day be different, but today I got a lot of eclectic stuff to do if I'm going to get a ride, and I may not get a ride. You never know, and I don't know if it's going to warm up any. It was really cold this morning. Now late last night I got a really nice email from Jason. He's the fellow that borrowed the FZR shop manual. It looks like it had some value to him because, and I haven't checked in with him yet, but he's already out and he had a 140-mile ride on a bike and made it home. Well, as we know with our FZR, last time we rode this bike for a real ride, we didn't make it home, so I don't know. Well, but then because we didn't make it home, we have the MT-09. So maybe you could get stuck again somewhere. Anyway, Luciano and I had quite an adventure, and Karen had quite an adventure that day, memorable in every way. Of course, part of the life of Wendy, and there's nothing else I can do about it. I'm stuck with this no Groundhog Day life, whether I like it or not. I was hoping by now I could finish off the GS project at the sprocket and the wheel, but hey, I understand Vlad's a busy guy. And I can finish that up in one day, and we'll be ready to add him to the pitching rotation. And the whole reason we have our MT-09 is because we had a bad fuel pump in the FZR. So maybe some other part is bad in there and we can get us an MT-07. That'd be a nice addition to the crew. But I really do like that my collection is one new bike or one different bike roughly every 10 years. I've managed to put that together and assemble it, and I've managed to enjoy every minute of it. So it's really time to see what the boss has planned for today and what we can get together before we have this nice. I really look forward to Stacy's birthday every year because it's the time of year when the riding season usually starts. Well, the wind is already blowing up a storm here, but we just got a nice early start on our garden and our yard work, and Karen's real happy with that, of course. And the pond cleared up earlier than normal, but already the wind is howling. I'm not real confident we're going to get any riding today. Well, one thing never changes. The birds are always hungry in the morning. It's great having a cup of coffee and watching my birds fight for seeds. And it really was chilly out there. Early, it's getting a little warmer, but no guarantee what's going to happen. So Karen decided we had a bunch of little errands to do because of the birthday party. We need to pick up some food, some cake, some different things. And of course, that comes first. Get all this done and we'll be back to the house. And today it never actually warmed up at all. It's still just 1 degree above freezing. So we're back from our trip and we've got the usual suspects here. What else do we ever have? More vegetables. And I think the way this day is going to play out, we're not even going to try to get a ride. It's going to turn out to be a birthday day. Yeah, it's going to be a vegetable day. A vegetable day, extra coffee, hamburger rolls. I suspect we're going to have a great party tonight. And you birds are not invited to the party. You can have all the seeds, but you're not coming to the birthday party. So the next project I want to work on, I want to get that umbrella finished and get that out of the cellar. So I just thought I'd share another little tip that I learned from working on this umbrella. The mechanism that turns it, I had to replace the cord that takes the umbrella up and down. Something interesting. So in the course of doing this, the epoxy work and the carbon fiber all work great. That's on previous videos. And this is pretty funny. The cord you need, or one of the cords, I went to the guy right in town. It's Brothers Hardware right in Rutherford. And he told me this is what people use, and we're going to find out. And look at this. I thought this was funny. It's military grade. So if this ever breaks again, you know, I don't know, but anyway, this part of the job I thought would be a piece of cake. This is very involved to get this the right length and to get all the pieces in sequence. And well, as I always say, there's always a surprise behind every little project you work on. So an 11-foot umbrella in my little shop here is an adventure to work on. That's for sure. It's probably the lesser of two evils, having it blow away. But I just wanted to say, this is what has to happen. The cord has to go through there, then through the pulley. Then I've got to snake it up through that pipe and come out that little hole. So I got to use a little piece of music wire to get that snaked up. And then I can put the bottom piece on and then assemble a crank. It's pretty involved. Now almost every model I know has a thin music wire. This is 32nd, but what you do is you shove the music wire right inside, and I'll show why in 1 second, and then put some blue tape on that, because what's going to happen, first I got to slide this through that little hole. If you have anything like a lump here, it's never going to come back out that hole. So this is what that job entails. Now the original the original cord went through there, so I think this cap comes off. But of course, this part of this was destroyed in the when this got turned into a hang glider. So because that old cord is frozen in there in a little slot, little hole, I'm going to have to drill it out. There really was no other realistic way to get rid of that old cord. Amazing. This is how that last piece of thread comes out so you can get the new one in. So I got this through temporarily just with a knot to keep it from going further through. Now I got to fish that wire through this hole and get it to go around the pulley and come back up. The next challenging part of this. And of course, getting that to go through the pulley, it doesn't go right through. There's not a straight line, so you got to put a little bit of bend in the wire to get that to pull through. Now, after all that work, the part that lets the umbrella tilt was frozen. I don't know why. I'm not going to spend my life fixing it. But I'm just going to make it that it's an open and shut umbrella, not a where you can tilt it to the side. Now, we never use that feature anyway, but and yeah, that's all she wrote right now. Now, after all that work, the crank thing, I was not able to really use it the way it should be because some of the parts in the knuckle between there were damaged. I couldn't get the thread through no matter what I did. So I made it just that it's an open and shut umbrella, and that's probably all we're going to use, but it's still better than having to buy a new umbrella. Anyway, that's the last piece. We got the rocks down, and we're ready to move on to our new life. Then the ultimate lesson is I'll just, on windy days, have a couple extra bungee cords as well as the strap. I hope that's going to keep us from having another great umbrella adventure. Oh my God. So unfortunately today we didn't get to ride, but we did get rid of that umbrella out of the cellar, and I still need to do some work on it. I still need to make the pull thing. It turns out, and I've always said that before, there's always some little detail of doing a job. The big stuff, you get it all done, you get it, and then there's a little thing you didn't, and that cord that goes through, it goes through there, it goes through tiny holes. I'm not sure I'm going to have to just do away with the whole thing and just, I don't know, get a mouse to move the umbrella up and down. Actually, what I really wish I had was a remote control umbrella. You'd hit the button and it would go, that would be a luxury item. But anyway, I want to thank the healthcare workers. We had a very unpredictable day. And I have time this afternoon before we go to the party. I'm going to find something out on the video library to add to this video that I hope you enjoy. So I hope you did enjoy watching the video, and there'll be some interesting stuff on the end of this. Not every day we get to ride, not every day we have a predictable day, and I like it that way. And I'll say it before you even watch the second part of the video. Thanks for watching. Now we do try to, of course, post something new up every day, and sometimes we miss a day because of unpredictability. This is a little footage of a ride I had a year or two ago on the FCR. Very memorable ride and a nice, very nice time of the year. And this is to get me in a mood to start working on Karen's garden. It's right in the spring, obviously, when you see all the plants just starting to grow. And this is why we do all the work in our backyard. Because when I come back from a ride, I like to sit in a nice backyard or nice porch or whatever. And she's gotten into the plants. The plants here, when they start budding, and they are starting to bud out there already for us, it's just a wonderful experience. This is really the time of year, you can't make this up. The time of year that it's just wonderful to be alive here. And looking back now, there's a little piece on this video of the grass. You can see the grass that we just covered with stones with Joe's help. Let's get the bike out so we can be oogling and watering and drinking coffee all at the same time. Oogling is so important. Just ask Alice if you think I'm kidding. Perfect morning for oogling, having that extra cup of coffee, and we're going to be ready to go out on the open road here. Look at this day. And this is during the time we were experimenting with different camera mounts. I think the FCR had 4 different camera mounts the day we went on Just some beautiful back roads. Beautiful. And we still had the relatively loud Norton muffler on the bike at this time. Now, I've since gotten away from having multiple camera mounts. Boy, I love having these memories on a day like today. 32 degrees outside, and we're inside, middle of summer. What a nice way to warm up and have a cup of coffee. And the FZR, always a fun ride. This just happened to be a very memorable day. I do love that FZR. So we are home from a beautiful ride, and I'm sure Karen's already cooking up lunch and some coffee. What could be better than that? Wow. The lovely Mrs. Ertness, come on out into the sun. I want to see your hair. Wow, I heard you have a new hairdresser. I do. What's his name? The hairdresser that I live with. Wendy the hairdresser. Let me see. Come on out in the sun. My God. That hairdresser. Oh, look at that beautiful blonde hair. Oh, go stand behind the motorcycle. Tell everybody how much you love your husband. Nah, that really came out nice. Now, I really did do Karen's hair. Wow. Oh my God, it looks great, Karen. I feel like marrying you. Oh, I already married you. Now, if I find out you have coffee. I have coffee. You have coffee. There it is. A marriage proposal is in the mail. And we had wonderful memories of a great day. A day to remember. And the scenery around this part of the country this time of year, middle of the summer, fall, spring. The only time we're really barren is in the winter. Beautiful farmland country everywhere you go. Back roads with not a lot of traffic. And always lots of guys to share the rides with. Always share the adventures, share the stories, and in our case, share the videos. And one of the things I like about having the YouTube channel is I'm able to share these rides and share these memories with the people in my circle of friends. And that circle seems to enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it. And I enjoy making these videos, and I enjoy editing them. It gives me a little additional interest in motorcycling that some people don't have. Some people just like to ride. Some people just like to restore. I don't know what to say. I like it all. But most of all, the rides. This whole thing is about the ride. The whole reason for restoring this motorcycle, 900 hours of restoration, is so I could do just what I did on this video. Take it out, get on the back roads, and have a blast. So, again, we try to post up something every day, almost every day. We try to get some rides in on all 9 of our, well, we got 7 registered, 7 bikes that are registered now, and try to ride them all in some kind of pitching sequence and ride them as long as we possibly can into the winter and on the roads that sometimes get a little slippery and salty. Can be a lot of fun when you don't expect it. And we do some cool shop projects. We do some mitzvahs. We lay some stone in the driveway. And Karen has some interesting stuff we share. It's all about, this whole channel really, is about sharing our passion for motorcycling and sharing little parts of our life that maybe if we didn't have YouTube or if I didn't have this channel, we wouldn't be able to share it. And so I always say at the end of every video, thanks so much for watching, and I really mean it. Thanks for watching.